Hey there, fellow pen peeps. Wanted to do a recording. I'm sitting here waiting to get some work done late at night, and I got just a few minutes to go ahead and share with you some of the pen mail that we had today. It's always an exciting day when a box like this shows up. And with the free shipping deal that's been going on right now at Anderson Pens, it made sense to be the time to go ahead and get some of the stuff that I've been wanting to get for a while. They've been running one of their sales right now where last call, meaning they're going to stop stocking some of these items. So I went ahead and loaded up on some of them. That stuff I know I've been needing for a while, that I've been eyeballing for a while. And then, just inks, things like that. So let me share a little bit about what I got, and I'll tell you where I'm going to go with some of the things that I've got here today. Now, one of the cool things, for roughly $8.50, which was normally a $12 product, I got some inks. Papier Plume. Now, I had been to their site, I'd looked at the last call, and they had Papier Plume Peacock Blue. And I like that ink. I've used a sample of it. I wanted some. Unfortunately, by the time I went back to go get it the second time, it was already gone. These are items you're not going to see again because they're clearing them out. So I ended up getting some bottles, Papier Plume, some violet, some black, which I've already used this just today, and I had a sample previously of an ivy green. It's a very nice green, actually, and I do believe I put this into my Monteverde Giant Sequoia and was able to use that. And then I have not used Organic Studios ink before, and they had kind of a deep dark blue or blue blackish sort of ink, one of their anniversary inks. So I picked up a bottle of that fairly inexpensively. And how much did I pay for the Organic Studios? That bottle was only about $7 for that size of a bottle, so that wasn't too terribly bad. One of the things too I've been meaning to get for a while, I just hadn't, so I tacked it onto my order. One of these little deals, these little ink misers. So when you're getting to the bottom of a bottle, or let's say even on these little vials of samples, it's kind of hard to fill sometimes. You may have better luck with one of these, which is nothing more than a very skinny shot glass kind of thing. So you pour ink into this. They included those little pipettes, so I had one of those. But essentially you put some ink into this, and it makes it easier for you to dip your nib in to fill it. So hopefully it'll get in a much narrower, so it makes it go a little higher when those little ink air holes that you can't reach sometimes in one of those vials, it might work in one of these. And when you can't get into the ink at the bottom of a bottle, these might come in handy. So I've heard a lot of talk about these for a long time. Finally picked one up while I was at it. One of the things too, since I do a lot of vintage pens and lever filler, usually when you get an old lever filler, the ink sac is all crusted up and disgusting. Well, I was running out of ink sacs, and this is like the fourth set of ink sacs I've purchased over time. Another thing that I picked up, this right here. These are invaluable here if you're going to do any kind of nib smoothing. This is nothing more than micro mesh, 3 different kinds of micro mesh on essentially an emery board. Now, I'm going to tell you what it's not. All right, it is not one of these nail files. So, ladies, for these emery board nail files, don't be using that for nib smoothing. I do have this to work on pens, yes, but not for that. And someday I'll show you what I use it for. But it's not on nibs. But this one's actually fairly well. This is fairly well worn. This is the last one that I've got, so I ordered 5 more. So I need to have these around. Although from these folks, it's a little skinnier than the ones that I had already had in stock. Oh, let's see, what else did I pick up besides that? I picked up a Monteverde Monza Pen. So you may have seen these up for sale here recently. They hit the market, MSRP about $20. I think they were selling them, $16, something like that. And I picked one up. My first impression, it looks like a Jinhao 992 or a Lingmo Lorelei. The box looks like kind of a Lingmo. I have not inked it up, have not played with it yet. You probably will see a review coming up for that once I ink it up and I play with it and I use it for a little while. All I've done so far is take the converter out, shove it into the pen. so I'll get to do that. Also in my pen mail, just a bunch of notebooks. I was running low on little notepads like that. Picked up a Rhodia pad like this that was lined. Let's see, picked up some notepads about that size, stapled some more Rhodia. Let's see, another notebook. Let's see, what else did I pick up? Oh yeah, when I do use quality paper, and like I said, usually I just use regular old notepads at work. The legal pads that you would pick up at Office Max or Staples, places like that. So I'm not usually into getting nice expensive paper, but I do like Rhodia paper when I'm going for the more expensive stuff. I've got some Clairefontaine laying around. I've used some Tomoe River. I've used some others that are no-name brand, but I do like a good dot pad once in a while. So I do keep some of these around, and I got a halfway decent price on these. So, you know, I just added them, a few dollars here, a few dollars there, $3 there, $4 or $5. Some of them up to $9 for the big ones. And then they had on clearance, and they had a couple more, so who knows if I'll go back and get some as well. Cross Jot Zone Journal. It actually comes with a pen. It's still in the package, so I have not taken the plastic off from it, haven't played with it yet. I don't know what kind of pen it is other than it being a Cross branded pen, but this was on sale for almost half of the asking price that they normally would have gotten for them. They had a couple left, so just a stack of notepads. So that's pretty much the majority of what I ended up getting from Anderson Pens. And then I had pen mail from a private seller that I picked up yet another pen, and I'm going to do another video sometime soon on Waterman cartridge fillers. I like Waterman pens. I make no bones about that. I liked them for years. So I've been picking up more and more. And believe it or not, I still have 3 more Waterman pens on the way that have not shown up yet. One of which is another one of these, a cartridge filler. This particular pen here, you can see it's nice and shiny now. That's because I spent some time polishing it. There are several different models of cartridge fillers. I've owned several. I've given away at least one of them. So, like, here is the higher end CF or cartridge filler, and this is more of the student version, which is what I picked up today. And I'll do a full review of these, but I just wanted to show you a comparison real quick. And these tend to come in a pen and pencil set. These not so much. These are more of aimed at students, like, you know, the Schaefer student pens. That's what these were aimed at. So what I did is I got it, and I had to get some cleaning. I took it apart, and I did a good amount of cleaning. There's a lot of gunk that was still inside, years of gelled ink that was in there. And what I did was I actually eyedroppered this pen rather than either buy a converter or use an old cartridge and pierce it and manually flush it out and refill it. I went ahead and just eyedroppered this thing. And I can tell you right now that it writes very well. I went ahead and tried that Papier Plume black ink. And I don't know if I'm just getting picky about my pens, but pens that would just a year ago would have been acceptable to me in how they wrote, I'm getting more and more picky. Where I go, you know, that could use a little bit of smoothing. Even a Jinhao 992 that I was going to give to somebody, I wrote them a note with the very Jinhao I was giving them, and I went, you know, it writes good, but it could be better. So I spent a little bit of time with a little bit of sandpaper, and I'll show you how to do that. I've been asked to do a video series on nib smoothing. I'm no expert, but I do get good results. That I will say. I've got some pens now that wrote well, now write much better. I've had some pens that wrote horribly, now write great. So I'll try to do a series of videos on how to smooth out a nib, the tools that you need, the techniques, and I'll go over some of the fallacies that are out there, some of the falsehoods, and show you the reality of it. And it's, look, if I can do it, you can do it. I mean, I'm just some poor schlub stuck in North Carolina. And, I are a college graduate, but it's not like I got a PhD. Although I did qualify for Mensa, but still, that's besides the point. I'll show you how to smooth out some nibs. I'll do a video series on that. I'll do a video on Waterman cartridge fillers, and when I've got more that are coming, I'll do that. And I'll do a video on the Monza. I'll do a review for that. So anyway, today was my pen mail day this week. Just wanted to share some of that with you, some stuff to look forward to. Thank you so much for subscribing to my little channel. And I know I've said it several times, Matthew and I have been working on and planning out a video. He wants to do his first solo, and we've just had so much going on that's taken up so much of our time. We just haven't gotten to it, but we still have a video planned where he wants to do his first solo. So that's it. That's my pen mail for today. I've got some more pens on the way. Like I said, I've got 3 more that are coming that are just Watermans. I've got another Wherever coming. I've got an Omos coming. Let's see. And I've got a few more that I've purchased, and some just haven't shown up yet. So anyway, that's about it for tonight. And I got a little bit of other work that I need to get done. So talk to you later. Bye.